Hi guys, this is Ranjit, and in this video let's do the review of the Sony active noise cancellation headphones, and quite a few of you have asked me to actually test it out. So I've been using this for over a week now, and these are actually fairly new. They were launched just about 2 months ago, and just 10 days ago guys, the pricing of this one on Amazon was about 10,000. Today I saw it's about 12,800. I don't know what's wrong with Amazon's pricing, but let's have a look at this one. And the thing is that these are obviously Bluetooth headphones, but the thing is that this one has active noise cancellation. Before we proceed, what do I feel about this? I just want to talk a little bit about active noise cancellation. This is not just like passive, what you just wear your headphones because of the padding, it stops the sound. This is basically active noise cancellation. We actually have microphones and they pick up what's around you and creates a negative sound wave that actually minimizes that way. For example, if there is some fan noise in your room or AC noise that's constant, this would actually eliminate that. Also, if you have noticed, many people on airlines actually wear it because it completely drowns the engine noise and stuff. For example, in cars also I tested, it drowns the engine noise, and in household items like fan noise, etc., it can actually eliminate it. So this is actually active noise cancellation. But now let's talk about some of the other aspects of this. Again, let me show you what comes inside the box first. Obviously comes in this box. We get the headphones itself and some paperwork like this, and apart from that we also get these two cables. One is this 3.5mm cable, because you can actually use this one as a wired one. I'll show you. And one more USB Type-C cable that will be used for charging, and actually the battery life is really good on this one. I'll just keep this to the side for now. And this is the headphone itself. And first let's talk about what I feel about the build quality. And entirely it's actually made up of plastic, guys, and I feel they could have used slightly better quality plastic, because this is all hard plastics what they are using. So it's a little bit rough to touch, so feels a little bit cheap, but again, in terms of durability and stuff, it's fine. As you can see, they have metal bands over here, and again, the flexibility is good. So in terms of build, I would say it's fine, but I feel they could have used slightly better quality plastics on this one. Moving to the ear cups, here are the ear cups, and they have adequate actually padding on this, and I wore it for a couple of hours on straight, and I would say they were fine. They look like this, and the padding I would say is decent. Yes, don't expect it to be as flagship as the Sony's flagship. This is the 1000 MX3 which I own. I purchased this one about 1.5 years ago. Yes, this definitely has better padding, but again, you can't expect that on this one. But it was comfortable, I would say. And again, if you look at the ear cavity, here also we have a big ear cavity on this one. So again, that's not a problem. I didn't have a problem here, for example, it's sticking out of the ears or something like that. So in that way, it was actually good. Now let's also talk about the clamping force, because these are headphones. Again, if it's very tight also, it's very uncomfortable. Here I would say Sony did a very good job. The clamping force is really good. It's neither too tight nor too loose. It's just perfectly done. So this is something that is a thing of worry on headphones, but I have to say the clamping force is just perfect on this. Neither too high, neither too low on this one. And now moving to of the physical overview, buttons and stuff, I'll just give you an idea. On the right we have one microphone over here. This is for that noise cancellation. I told you it detects what's happening. We have the Sony branding over here. Nothing touch or anything. We have physical buttons over here. This is to increase the volume, lower the volume, and center one to pause tracks, etc. And this is another button that we have, and this is special. This is for enabling or disabling active noise cancellation. By default it will be enabled, but you press it once, it actually enables you to hear what is going around. For example, let's say somebody comes near you and he's speaking to you. If you have active noise cancellation, you might not hear them clearly, but if you just press that one button, it actually amplifies what's happening. So that's nice. And the third option is just switch just the active noise cancellation completely off. So you have control over active noise cancellation, and I would say this active noise cancellation works very well, but some people expect it to do miracles. For example, when people around you are speaking a little bit, it won't completely block them. It will block them to an extent, but don't expect miracles. That doesn't happen even on their higher end 1000 MX3 that cost about 29,000. So be realistic with active noise cancellation. Repeated sounds like engine noise, fan noise, AC noise, that will eliminate. But somebody is speaking to you, you will hear them lightly. It won't eliminate that completely. And moving to the next, this is on the left. Here again we have one more microphone to detect what's happening. We also have NFC on this one. That's actually nice. So if you have a higher end phone that enables NFC, you just tap in and it will pair it very easily. Again, a regular Bluetooth pairing also works very well. Here again, as I've told you, we also have a 3.5mm headphone jack. That cable is provided, so if you want to go the wired route, you can actually use it. And if the battery is completely drained, then also you can use it. Then we have a Type-C port that will be used for charging, and this is the power on off button that we have. And for pairing also, you just hold this for about 7 seconds. When switching it on, it goes to the pairing mode. So these are the buttons that you're getting. Very simple, and I would say you get used to it very quickly. Now let's talk about the Bluetooth range, and here I would say I'm really impressed with this one. The Bluetooth range is one of the best that I have noticed among the headphones that I've used. For example, in this our office area, it's about 1700 square feet, and I completely forgot that these were Bluetooth. I was going from one end of the office to the other doing my regular work, and it was not disconnecting. So the Bluetooth range is very good, very strong signal that you get. So even if you are in the other room and your phone is in other room and you're walking around, it will not get disconnected. So that way it's really good. And when it comes to battery, here also I'm super impressed. And guys, before doing the audio test, I did burn them for about 15 hours, then only I did my testing. I'll talk about the sound signature later on, but in terms of battery life, I was very impressed. It says 35 hours, and now I have used them easily for about 23 or 24 hours, and I checked the battery, it still says 50%. So the battery life, it will give you actually really good, closer to about 40 hours instead of this 35 hours. I'm really happy whenever manufacturers what they claim and the results you get better. You should appreciate them. So in terms of battery life, again, it's not an issue on this one. Coming to another thing, because we are doing a lot of work from home, the active noise cancellation can be switched on if you're not even listening to music, and if you wear them, you hardly hear anything. As I told you, AC sound, the fan sound, always drowned, so you can concentrate on your work. But again, as we are doing work from home, we are also taking a lot of calls. Thankfully, this does has a built-in microphone, and I have to say, the call quality that I got was actually good. Fine. Other parties did not complain me. For example, if the Bluetooth earpiece is not good and the microphone is not good, other parties say then you're sounding muddy or something like that. That was not the case with this one. So you can take calls on this one. I wouldn't say it's the best that I have seen, but again, I wouldn't say it's not workable. So for work from home and stuff like that, if you're taking a lot of calls and stuff, they will suffice you. So this was regarding the general, ANC, and for work from home, for taking calls. But now let's talk about what do I feel about the music on this one. And guys, I've listened to quite a bit of music on this one, even watched some movies. And regarding movies, yes, I completely forgot. I tested it on a couple of Android phones, and I did not have that lip syncing issue that while I was watching videos. So for watching videos, YouTube videos, movies, etc., again, these are good. They don't have that delay lag where it is very irritating. So that way it was actually good. And for gaming, yes, I did some gaming. That lag is there very minimal, but again, if you're doing gaming, just use the wired option, I would say, because wired, obviously you will have no lag at all. Now let's talk about the music. What do I feel about this one? First, let's start with the bass. The bass is definitely emphasized on it, a little bit more emphasized on this, but I would say the bass is slightly boomy at times. In some of the tracks, I felt that the bass was not that clean. So if I have to rate it based on the bass, don't get me, the bass is there. It's not like completely flat. The exaggerated bass was there, but again, it's not for bass heads or something. And in certain soundtracks, it did sound a little bit muddy. If I have to rate it just on the bass, I would give a rating between 7.5 to 8. Now, when we talk about the mid tones and the vocals, here it was very neutral to me. Nothing was exaggerated or something like that. It was a very neutral signature, and I would rate it about I would say 8 out of 10 in terms of the mid-tones. No exaggeration or forward sounding or anything like that. Now when it comes to the high tones and the trebles, here I would say it was good, but again I did miss that sparkle that I find on some of the higher end Sony headphones. So here in terms of the high tones and the I would say again I would rate it about 8 out of 10. So in terms of music, most of you would like it, but I review a lot of headphones, I test a lot of headphones. So if I have to rate it just based on the sound quality, I would rate it 7.5 out of 10. But again, the big advantage of this one is that it does have that active noise cancellation, and that really improves the experience that you are having if you're working from home. These days we are working from home, noisy environments in that, and you get that on this one. Yes, it's not as good as the Sony's high-end 1000 XM3, but definitely the noise cancellation works very well. It does drown a lot of ambient sound that you're having that is irritating when you're trying to concentrate. So in that aspect it is good. So overall, if I have to rate this one, I would have rated it about 8 out of 10. And I would say for 10,000 rupees, if you're finding it, you can go for it if you're using that to work from home and you were actually looking for a active noise cancellation headphones in this price range. But currently the pricing, I don't know, the Amazon pricing is fluctuating every 2-3 days. It's showing me about 12,800. If that is the case, then I would say that if you're spending that much, spend a little bit more because for 15,700, 800, you can get the XB 900N series, which is way better than this one, and it sounds better. And the big advantage is that that supports the Sony app. This headphone simply does not support the Sony app. I'm disappointed by Sony because of that, because if that app was supported, you could have easily tweaked the sound signature to your liking, but sadly this one does not support the Sony headphone app. So guys, I would say if you're looking for a headphone in this price point of about 10,000 and active noise cancellation is a very high criteria to you, you can definitely look at this one. But again, with Sony itself, if you spend a little bit more, you have better options. Anyways guys, that was my review of these Sony CH710N headphones. Again guys, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. A lot more reviews about headphones and other gadgets coming up soon. Anyways guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and guys, take care.